Senator Lindsey Graham says there will be no U.S. boots on the ground there and that Iran will no longer be the world's biggest state sponsor of terror. Let's welcome to the show from Senate Homeland Security, Senator Ashley Moody. Senator, what do you make of what you heard from your Democrat colleagues? What do you make of these events? And the NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte came out in 100% support of President Trump.
Yeah, I commend my colleagues that have come out and said we can no longer turn a blind eye to the escalating threat in Iran. If they were ever to obtain a nuclear weapon, it would have meant destruction and death. President Trump has gone over and beyond to try and negotiate to make sure he was eliminating that threat. And you heard Secretary Rubio earlier today say it just got to the point where they were manufacturing so many ballistic missiles. They had the capability of launching so many that it would have hindered our ability to address that threat as it continued to evolve. And so, you know, I think a lot of people are thankful you have someone in the White House is no longer pretending that threat doesn't exist and going about their merry way. It's somebody that takes very seriously their job as a commander-in-chief to protect this nation, its people, and even our interests abroad. And so I commend the administration, and I believe these discussions, we'll keep having these discussions all week to hear about the strategic plans moving forward.
Let's get your reaction to this Iranian American slamming Democrats for attacking President Trump here. Watch this.
I think that it is imperative the Democratic Party wake up and get past their dislike of Donald Trump, the President Trump, and their feelings of international conflicts going on. This is about national security. This is about what is possible in the Middle East. This is about being a good neighbor, good partner to the Gulf states and what their aspirations are. When you dismember and decapitate this regime, you are going to see a change in the Middle East, in Venezuela, in China, in Ukraine. And I think, quite frankly, their ideology has it's caused a lot of problems for us worldwide. This will be like ending the Soviet Union, the Berlin Wall.
I have one word only. I advise to the representative of the United States to be polite. It will be better for yourself and the country you represent.
I'm not going to dignify this with another response, especially as this representative sits here in this body representing a regime that has killed tens of thousands of its own people and imprisoned many more simply for wanting freedom from your tyranny.
That was UN Ambassador Mike Waltz excoriating an Iranian diplomat at the UN. You know, Democrats are still shutting down the Homeland Security, though. That's America's first line of defense against terror threats when there could be sleeper cells here in the U.S. from Iran. Final word.
Right, and I want to just point out, there are some Democrats that just gutturally dislike this president so much, can't even come out and commend what he's trying to do to ensure peace and eliminate a threat. And I don't think anyone should be surprised. We just had a State of the Union, remember, where he said, stand up if you believe you should be protecting American citizens first. Okay. And so many people remain seated. Look, right now, DHS needs to be funded at 100%. During the Biden administration, people on the terrorist watch list were released into our country, almost 100 of them by President Biden. There is no time for politics right now. We need to get it funded, and I ask my colleagues to make sure that happens.
Thank you so very much, Senator Ashley Moody.